Hi, everybody. Welcome into my podcast and the Fighting Illini.
It's finally here as Kentucky tries to make that first Sweet 16 since 2018. We had the chance to go into the locker rooms yesterday. What do you think? You were in there with a lot of the players. What was the vibe?
Kentucky players was very similar to before the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Relaxed, low-key, excited to play, ready for the opportunity. It really reminded post-game after Kentucky beat Troy when they were just itching to play. It's kind of how we for this game we were talking about it earlier. Man, if we're feeling antsy,
I know.
Guys feeling, waiting for a 10 tip-off here in Milwaukee, 4:10 local time, but still, it just felt like a long day.
I know. It's like you used the right word, antsy. It's like feel like you're ready to just get this going. Let's find out one way or the other. Are we moving on? For me, in the locker room, I'm like you. I felt like it was real relaxed because, again, as we've said before, we got some of the best teams left in this tournament, and the Illini are definitely deserving of being one of those teams with the way they've played against SEC opponents. And so, they're going to have the definite home court advantage in here in Fiserv Forum. So it's going to be a tough one for the Wildcats. It's going to be different, because we're used to hearing Go Big Blue quite a bit, and you might hear it a little bit until the Illini fans hear it, and then might get drowned out.
Yes, I do think this will feel more like a road game. Mark Pope was asked about that yesterday as well. He said he thinks it'll probably compare to when Kentucky was in Seattle playing Gonzaga, technically a neutral and exactly where Gonzaga is, but much closer to like a road game, even though it is technically neutral. Illinois, 220 miles, Kentucky about 440 miles. So again, it's about double the distance. But for the Cats, it's all about execution. That was the main message post-game we got as well. To execute, those were the words we heard over and over again about how they spin such a short turnaround. What's something you want to see specifically from the Cats today?
That's what I was going to say. Let's talk about the execution. I think it starts on the rebounding, and that means Illinois is a big-time rebounding team. So I think it means making sure, as they did against Troy, don't give them second and third chances, and making sure you're crashing hard on the offensive end. Don't just take the shot and run the other way. Make sure you're one of those that's crashing the boards as well. It might stop at that. It might stop at the rebounding, really, to be honest with you. They obviously have to take care of the ball, but that's every game. So I think for me, it's all about rebounding.
I absolutely agree. And I think for me, the front court battle is going to be so much fun to watch because you have two 7-footers. Neither one plays a very traditional style. Of course, Amari Williams, Kentucky fans have started calling him the 7-foot point guard this year when he's filled in for various guys while they've been injured. And as the Cats have really needed him to down the stretch. Even against Troy, we saw him go coast to coast a couple of times, but we also saw him struggle at the rim. He missed a couple of layups, maybe more than a couple of layups. Can he respond better in this one? We also found out after that first game he was dealing with some back issues. He did say he got treatment for over an hour after that Troy game 2 nights ago. Not sure how yesterday felt in terms of practice, but hopefully he's back to 100% today. And then that 7-footer for the Fighting Illini is, of course, another very familiar name for Kentucky fans. It's Big Z's brother, Tommy Avicic. How does he compare? Obviously a different kind of 7-footer than what Kentucky has in Amari Williams. For him, that's another sharpshooter from deep. He set an NCAA record for 3-pointers made by a 7-footer in the first game. He sunk 4 of them. How do the Cats guard that out on the perimeter?
Yeah, that's going to be tough. It really is. But Amari, I think, is very capable from the outside. So, we'll see how this one turns out, and we'll join you after the game to give you a breakdown of all of it. Hopefully moving